Hello, welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back to Hot Girls Can't Drive. I'm your host, Bree, and today I'm being joined by one of my best friends.
I'm Alexys.
Alexys is being a little silly right now, but happy Sunday. I'm filming this on Saturday. I'm still back home in Maryland right now. When you're watching or listening to this, I'm probably back home on a plane right now, back to Miami. But yeah, period, you. But I wanted to film this episode beforehand so it would actually get posted on time. But today we're just here to talk about kind of a bunch of different things, just kind of catch up with bestie Alexys over here.
Period.
Who hasn't listened to a single episode of Hot Girls Can't.
I literally am going to tomorrow when I drive home. Pinky promise.
Okay, so Alexys has to catch up on her Hot Girls Can't Drive because Miss Girl's a little late to the trend, but well, it's okay. She'll get caught up. So, do you want to introduce yourself first? Give us a little rundown, a little autobiography.
Okay, my name's Alexys Hart. Look me up, pass my Instagram. What else?
Oh, the screen's
I like going to the gym.
Period. You also have to kind of scream because the microphone.
Period.
Thank you.
I like going to the gym. I go to Penn State, which is the opposite of where Bree goes, which is Miami, because she lives in the warm weather and it's going to be snowing when I go back home, so that's good.
You're going to get so tan.
Yeah, I'm going to get some nice little ice burn. What else? What else should I say?
So we both went to the same high school, so we live really close to each other. I will run
2 minutes away.
Yeah, I literally run by your house, but we weren't friends until
junior year.
Yeah, literally the first time I feel like I really hung out with you was homecoming
with Tanner.
Hey, Tanner!
Hi,
Tanner! Tanner's a big fan. Homecoming junior year.
Period.
And then
we went to prom together. But that was senior year.
That was a year.
That wasn't together. It was we went with a group of people.
Yeah, neither of us had dates. So I guess we did kind of go together.
We ate. We did eat. Yeah, we did.
But whenever I come back home, I literally just hang out with my friends Alexys, Tanner, Grace, and Amanda, and Josh, and that's literally it.
Yeah.
Mainly Alexys, because I literally only hang out with you whenever I come back home to Maryland. It's actually so bad.
Yeah, but then it's no time has passed because literally the last time we saw each other before this break was summer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's November. But then when we just hang out, it's just oh, okay.
Hey, yeah, and I'm so bad. I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I'm so bad about keeping in touch with my Maryland friends when I'm back in Miami because I'm a horrible texter and I never use Snapchat, which I feel is the main way you keep in touch with people.
True.
So I just don't be talking to any of my Maryland friends, and then I just pull up and I text everyone. I'm like, hey, I'm back. Pull up.
We're back. Thank you.
And then here we are. But recently, I think one of the main things we kind of want to talk about today was, and I literally had a whole episode 2 weeks ago dedicated to the Hunger Games and the dystopian era movies.
Very good.
And Alexys and I went to go see the new Hunger Games movie together. And so I feel like we should kind of debrief. If you haven't seen the Hunger Games movie, you might want to skip past this part because we're probably going to be spoiling it a little bit. But if you haven't seen it, also go watch
it. Google their names again.
Okay, cool.
Because earlier I literally was saying something and I was when she just told him that she was his biggest op, and Bree was what the fuck did you just say to me?
Well, because I'm a kind of a diehard Hunger Games fan. I feel you're a watcher.
It's 75%.
Yeah.
You're 110.
Yeah, I'm a really big Hunger Games fan. So I was a little confused when you said.
Okay, when Lucy Gray was President Snow's biggest op. Because she was you're throwing away the guns, now I'm the only one that could get you in trouble. Why would you fucking say that?
Yeah, okay, so let's start from the very beginning. So very beginning, going into it, the first thing I told Alexys was, you're gonna think Snow is hot this entire movie, and you just have to keep telling yourself that he's actually bad. Actually hella people.
So many people.
Because the entire movie, especially his buzz cut era, that was such a good era
when
for him.
When he joined the military, they cut his hair. Oh my god, and then And then there was like one scene where he was just taking a shower.
That was a good.
He was just taking a shower. He was like, there was no soap on him, but he was taking a shower.
He was showering, and that was hot. But
Very.
so what did you think, like, overall about, like, the pacing of the movie? Like, did you because I felt like when we first watched the movie, like, the first couple scenes, because I haven't read the book.
It was, like, low-key confusing.
Yeah, we were kind of like, wait,
bit.
what?
It was, like, confused, because it was, like, 3 parts. I forgot what they were called. It was, like, part 1, and then it was, like, 30 minutes, part 2, and then part 3. And then, like, the part 3 was, like, the military stuff. But it was, like, kind of confusing because I was just like, what is happening? And then it was all happening, and then everything was happening, and there was snakes, and just so much was happening.
Yeah.
And then Lucy Gray was just like, Victor.
What did you think about Lucy Gray singing? Because I couldn't do it.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it.
When after she got raped and she was just sitting there singing, like, after she got raped, I was like, go by, what's going on?
Like, what do you...
Like, she just broke out in the song.
Like, just got, like, sacrificed.
Yes.
From her
I was like,
district.
is this a musical? Like, why are you just breaking out in the song?
And she was like, oh yeah, what song was it? It was like, I don't know, but it was like, she just started, like, she was like, like, she's a good singer, but I just...
No, she's a slay singer.
I was just a little bit distraught about that. Just about that happening.
Oh, and the Starbucks barista girl. Okay, part 2.
She ate.
Really? I thought, remember? No, because you're lying right now, because we were fucking hating on her during the okay, so in part 2, when the actual Hunger Games happens, we were hating on that Starbucks barista girl.
Fuck that fucking slut.
When she...
That bitch was so annoying.
When okay, after Lucy Gray put the rat poison in the water, and the Starbucks barista girl was this close to fucking drinking the water, and then she didn't, I was so mad.
Eat a butt. Literally eat a butt. No.
I wanted
It's like she knew, but she didn't know, but she did.
Yeah, I wanted her to drink that fucking water so bad.
Like, she ended up dying anyways, but...
Yeah, but
I just feel like that would have been, like, a more deserved death.
No, I just felt like it should have come sooner because I hated her so much.
Yeah, and she was just being so bitchy. Like, she was, like, bossing everyone around. Like,
what
are you doing?
I know. Like, when all of the tributes first, like, circle up in the circle, and there's this one tribute who's, like, crying, sobbing, crawling up to the circle. Like, go by, that would have been me.
I would have done what the fuck Snow said and just ran away immediately.
Yeah, I know. Lucy Gray was looking for, what was that one guy's name?
Finnick?
No. Not Finnick. Her friend in District 12, the guy that came with her from District 12.
The one that died from rabies.
Yeah.
Because she was like so... Oh.
Harrington?
Flinny?
Harrington? I don't think it was Harrington. Wait, what was his... Keep going.
Give us a second.
But his name isn't there.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Okay, well, anyways, whoever Lucy Gray came with, she kept looking for him, like, calling him the entire time, like, where are you, like, after the gun or whatever went off when the Hunger Games started, and I was like, her dumbass should have ran immediately to get into that fucking hole and run away, but she was trying to look for her, like...
She was trying to find this guy.
That got bit by a rat.
Yeah, he literally got bit by a rat and had rabies, and he started fucking foaming at the mouth, and she was like, come here, baby.
I know.
She really wanted
was like,
help. I was like, bitch, she obviously is disturbed right now. Like,
I know, and what?
Misery.
And also, like, what does she expect? Because only one Victor is gonna come out of this. So, like,
right, like, they can't just both live. Like, they actually, that's not a thing that can happen in the Hunger Games.
I mean, I guess it did with Candace and Peeta.
But they're different.
But that was an exception, not the expectation. Period. That was a good line.
And that was, like, so many years later.
Yeah, that was
like caused a whole fucking war. Like,
that was
literally.
like, I think that was like 65 years later. 64.
Damn, yeah, because Snow was he's like old as shit now.
Yes, I know. I watched this TikTok that was talking about Lucy Gray, and they were like, when a 2-month-long relationship has an effect on you for like 64 years.
Yeah, like,
because the fact that like Snow is still that fucking uptight about this girl that he literally only kissed like twice.
Literally.
And then like she ran away after only knowing him for like 2 months, and then he held a whole fuking grudge for like 64 years.
Like, she don't want you.
Yeah.
Like she literally could have been with you. She didn't want to.
But I just know that if I was Lucy Gray, I would have stayed. Like, even if I
Right.
thought that he was gonna
He's
kill me
rich as
with...
fuck now.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have gone back to the Capitol if he was still with Lucy Gray.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a piece of dog poo.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been president either.
True.
But, like, Lucy Gray should have... If I was Lucy Gray, I would have stayed with his ass. Like, even if I knew that, like, oh, I was, like, the only one that knew that... What was it that she knew about that he was going to kill her about?
That
he killed those two people.
Like, 3's enough for me.
Yeah.
And then that's when she realized that he killed his best friend.
And then she was basically, because they found that, because basically, remember that after she was singing, and then he came over and he killed those two people.
Yeah, right in front of her.
Yeah.
And then she just, for some reason, was okay with that. But
yeah.
then when it came to him killing his best friend, she was like,
But then, when he got to the cottage place after they ran away, he found the two guns. So that was like the last piece of evidence that tied him to killing those two people. So then after he realized he could destroy the guns, then Lucy Gray was like, oh, like the only last piece of evidence left is me. And then she was
a dumb ass bitch.
No, Alexys was so mad in this scene. Alexys was so mad in this scene.
That is literally like standing. Okay, what's an example? Like standing in front of a fucking serial killer. Okay, like Jeffrey Dahmer, and you're like a gay man. Like Jeffrey Dahmer's right in front of you, and you're just like, oh, like I wonder it would suck if I escaped right now. Like I would report you to the police as you're still just standing there.
Snow's dumbass probably would have never even been like, oh, like Lucy Gray's the last piece of evidence left. But Lucy Gray was
fucking in love with her.
Yeah, but Lucy Gray fucking said that
she
shit.
Literally is her own biggest op. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then
she literally snitched on
and then
herself.
she went to go get She went to go like pick Katniss or whatever, and then she ran away, and then she tried to like kill Snow with that snake. I still don't even understand that.
It was, I think it was his mom's something.
Yeah, it was his mom's like
gave
scarf
to her,
and she put
as
it
a gift, and then he thought that she like dropped it, so he went to go pick it up, and then she put a snake under it.
And then there was like a scene where she was running away in the forest, and
it was venomous. The snake was venomous.
Yeah, but then it didn't even kill him.
Yeah, because he went back.
And then remember, he was like running away in the forest, and he shot her. But then he like went to go look for the body, and it wasn't there.
And then there was like footprints, and then the footprints were just gone.
Yeah. So I was like, did she like
Did she fly away? Because there was also a bunch of birds, and then it was like the mockingbirds, and they were singing.
That was giving me like Star Wars. That was giving me flashbacks to the third Star Wars movie with Luke Skywalker when he's. This is really.
I've never seen Star Wars.
Okay, but I'm talking to the people right now.
Okay.
That scene is giving. I think it was the third Star Wars movie when Luke is training with Yoda when he realizes he has to face Darth Vader. Maybe this is the first movie, and he's in the woods and there's a scene where he like. Goes, what are you doing?
I'm holding my phone.
Oh, there's a scene where he sees Darth Vader and he like decapitates Darth Vader, and then Darth Vader's head falls off.
What the
and
hell?
Then
I've never seen that.
And then in the helmet is like Luke Skywalker's face, and there's like, and then we just move on. And that scene growing up never made sense to me in Star Wars, and. Like, I remember asking my dad, I was like, actually, what just happened? Because I watched the movie with him, and then he was like, yeah, that was just a weird scene. Nobody understands that scene.
So I feel like,
yeah, but I feel like that scene where he shoots Lucy Gray, but then Lucy Gray just didn't die. Like, I feel like
there's no blood.
It's giving the same energy.
Yeah, I feel
like what was the point of that? Because he, like,
it was, like, symbolism. Because she's not dead. Like,
yeah,
she definitely just, like, got away.
Yeah, and then I saw a TikTok that was like, she seemed closer because the Jabberjays, like, carried her scream, and she was actually really far away.
No, like, we literally saw her running.
Yeah.
He aimed and shot, and then she just wasn't running anymore, but there was no body. Like, she wasn't dead. And then the mockingbirds were just, like, covering up all the noise, so even if she was running away.
So, like, but, like, I wonder what happened after that. Like, did she end up, like, bleeding out and dying, or did
I wonder
she,
if
like...
they make another one.
But, like, yeah. But, like, I don't know what they would do because, like, we know that Snow never sees her again, and, like, no one knows what ever happened to her.
Yeah, it would have to be, like, her storyline. I feel like that'd be boring. I feel like she definitely is either dead or just, like, living life in the woods.
Or, like, I don't even... Okay, I might get canceled for this because... Oh, girl, bye. I thought I saw something moving back there. I was so scared. Cancel. Stop. Don't even be scared.
Stop. Wait, did you?
No, I didn't. I have astigmatism. You can't be trusting the things I see out of the corner of my eyes. I don't have any corners. What was I even saying? Oh, like, okay, I might get canceled for this because I've only read like the first like book or two, but like, does anyone know like how District 13 started? Like, could she have started District 13? You know that like the district that
That wasn't actually a district?
but that was like the rebellion district where they like had been building it up for years.
Low key.
Like, could Miss Girl started that? Because she said she was going up north, and District 12 is like kind of north, right?
So then it would probably be
District 13.
I don't know.
Like, is that a thing? Is that
But
a theory?
that makes sense because like
Is that a conspiracy? Wait, okay.
The rebellion.
But like, I could be totally dumb right now. Like, maybe I'm so dumb right now. But like, is that a conspiracy?
Is that like what happened and we just don't actually
Did we just like write the book?
What if they should literally make a second movie? Like, I feel like
how
that would be
on what?
Like, imagine on her, like if she started District 13.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, like it kind of would just be about her, and she was kind of boring. She literally just started singing at the most awkward times. Like,
I know, when she was getting eaten by snakes and Miss Girl just bust out a fucking
she
tune.
literally was about to get. She literally was being like fought. Like there were snakes like wrapping themselves around.
And she's
her
like,
arm.
"Let me just
And
sing
she
a
was like,
fucking song."
Are you? And I was like, bitch, like you're about to die. And then they were like, maybe the singing is calming the snakes. No, like they're about to kill her because of it. Like it was because they know her scent. Like no, they're gonna kill her if she doesn't shut the fuck up. Like. It's giving me like an ear aneurysm. Like it's hurting.
Okay, ear aneurysm. She was a good singer. I was just kind of confused on the context.
Yeah, like you're about to die, and your first instinct is like, let me just whip it out and just start singing.
Let me just bust a little fucking tune right now.
Let me just literally start bopping right now.
So anyways, in conclusion, what would you rate that movie? Like on a scale of like 1 to District 13, what would you rate that movie?
I feel like it was like District 12.
Okay, District 12.
It was like good. There was just like some moments where I was like genuinely confused, but then it like made sense in the end. But I also like want to know what happened to Lucy, and like I want to know.
Okay, you and all of America.
Yeah, literally. And I want to just like know, you know?
Yeah, I just want to know.
Yeah, I just want to know.
I think I would rate it a District 8 out of 13 just because I definitely felt like it was fast paced.
Yeah,
and
I felt been longer.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like some points deserve to like. I wanted some more context. I felt like the movie was made for people who had read the books, and I didn't. Right, I'm like an avid movie watcher. Like when I say I'm a big dystopian era movie fan, and like I'm a movie fan, not the books necessarily.
The books. I'm not reading the book.
And I felt like that movie would have been more enjoyable had I read the book, because I was sitting next to this girl in the theater and she was talking my ear off the whole fucking movie. Alexys heard her. Like,
she was like, I love your commentary.
And yeah, because we were just talking shit about it. And she kept whispering to me, like, do you know what's going on right now? Like, what's going on? I was like, no, I don't, because I actually didn't fucking read the book. And she was like, oh, this is what's happening. Like, as if I asked for an explanation. Like that one scene where like they were like he put the cloth in the snake thing to like help. She was like, do you know what's happening right now? I was like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
like,
because the witch lady was like, she was like, oh, like they, because when it was a scene where it was a tank and then the bitch that lied about writing the paper, she was like, oh, like if they recognize your scent, which like it'll be on the paper, because like your sweat, like you're writing. So I just grab it, and then it bit her.
Yeah, but like I understood this, and I put it together, and I think that girl thought I was really fucking dumb because she was so ready to be like, it's because of this.
Like,
but I was like, girl, I actually watched the same exact movie you're watching right now, so like, I think I can figure it out.
Like we're literally watching it together.
So she told me she read the book, so I guess she thought she just knew better than I did.
But obviously she didn't.
Right, but that's why I'm saying. Period. But like,
do better.
Do better, Miss Girl. She's definitely not listening. But if she was, this would be a little embarrassing.
Do better.
But that's why I think I would give it my rating, because as a movie watcher, I felt like it was a little bit fast paced. But like part 3 was the fastest paced for me. Like part 1, like setup makes sense. Part 2, the games, like I liked that. Yeah, part 3, I was just like, he like got banished to the capital, and now he went through training, and now he's back, and now he's kissing Lucy.
There was like a lot of time jumps.
Yeah, and now he's like kissing Lucy Gray.
And he was bald.
Ooh.
That was a good
Okay, and now he like loves Lucy Gray, and now he's like betraying his friend because his friend's trying to like start this rebellion. And now Lucy Gray wants to leave, but then Lucy Gray got scared, so she ran away, even though it was her fucking idea in the first place. And like there was so much going on in the third part. I was like, what's going on? And all I could do was think about how hot Snow was and how evil of a character he becomes and how ugly he looks as a grown-ass man. So I had to keep telling myself, he's ugly. But, like,
Yeah.
it was so hard when he was bald. And when he was jumping in the lake in his underwear, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was, like, so weird, because it literally went from him being, like, her trainer, because it literally was, like,
Yeah.
You have someone from a district, and you literally try to get them to win the Hunger Games, and then you get this prize. What was it called?
Was it like a tariff or it started with the J, didn't it? It was like a scholarship.
It was like money, so he wanted to go to school so he could, like, provide for his family, whatever. He's so sexy, but
in case you didn't know, the first time we said it.
Yeah, like, he literally was just, like, training her, and then one thing led to another, and then they were in love. Yeah. And it was just, like, all, like, really rough, and that literally was, like, in the span of, I think, like, a week, like, maybe.
Yeah, I know, and I was so confused why they decided they were in love, because I felt like they didn't have any interaction. Like, they literally
just gave her food, like, twice.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking cookie, like.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, we love each other now.
Right.
And I was just so confused.
And then, like, one of the other people from the, like, another district literally killed one of the people that were, like, training them. What were they called?
The trainers? They were just, like, the students.
It was, like,
mentors.
Yeah.
Mentors.
She literally, like, killed one of the mentors by stabbing her in the neck. And then Lucy Gray and Snow were just like, oh,
okay,
we're still in love.
So I know. But I remember telling Alexys in the theater during part 3 when Snow has to go through his training. It was giving flashbacks to Fort Knox or something for me. I was like, why is this like boot camp? I was getting flashbacks a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of our overall thoughts for the Hunger Games. There was kind of a lot. I feel like we were just talking in circles, but if you thought we were talking in circles, I felt like that's kind of what the movie was doing.
Yeah.
Like, it was just going all over the place.
It's what we're saying, but maybe more confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I felt like I needed to have a notepad and notes in the theater, like, writing down things I needed to remember.
There was, like, so many scenes, like, especially the snake thing, like, if you're not, like, because I have horrible memory.
If you went to the bathroom that first snake scene,
you're fucked. Like, you're not going to know what's going on, because, like, that was, like, such a small part of the movie, but then it turned into, like, such a big part.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you weren't paying attention, you're lost.
Yeah.
Forever. Like, you're so confused.
Yeah. But anyways, I guess after our little Hunger Games debrief, we'll kind of transition into kind of what everyone want to talk about. I know Alexys and I, we both, like, I was talking to her earlier about how we're both kind of one of the only, like, of our friends that left the state from,
like, went away for college.
Right. And I feel like we don't really talk about that much, like, how hard that was for us. And, like,
especially for you.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, 17 hours away.
Yeah, I mean, you went 3 hours. I definitely went a little farther than that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But I feel like we never really talked about, like, how hard it was. I know for me, like, it was a really hard transition for me last year, my freshman year, moving so far away, because I would see our friends, like, posting.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
And like, okay.
I got such FOMO, which didn't even make any sense because I feel like Miami's so much better than Maryland. But I was getting extreme FOMO.
I think it's just, like, the people.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was, like, the state. Like, I think it's just the people in the state.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, if you experienced that, or that was just me.
No, literally, like, my silly week freshman year, I, like, went out on the weekends. I was so fucking oppressed. Like, I literally have, like, like, the beginning of this year, like, all my Snap memories were me just, like, fucking crying. And I would say, I hate it. Like, I didn't have, like, any friends yet, because it's literally, like, the first week of school. So I was just like, I hate it here. Like, everyone hates me here. Like, I'm so ugly. Like,
come on. You're, like, one of the prettiest people there. I've really been there.
I literally was like, I don't even know. Like, I feel like it's just, like, weird because, like, some of our friends go to, like, community college. And it's, like, you literally just, like, commute. Like, you go to your class and then you come back home. But, like, our home is, like, in Maryland, but it's also, like, in a different state now.
Yeah.
Because, like, I literally have, like, an apartment. Like, my family's in Maryland, but, like, my apartment is in Pennsylvania. Like, all my belongings are in Pennsylvania. Like, who the fuck lives in Pennsylvania? Like, that's so weird.
You do, bitch!
It's so humbling.
Yeah, I remember, and even, like, you would go home a lot. I feel like you haven't gone home a lot this year, but last year I feel like you went home
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was jealous because I would see you snapping, like, with your sister and stuff, and then I, like, haven't seen my family in, like weeks.
months.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like, must be nice. But you haven't gone home a lot this semester.
Yeah, I'm trying not to because it was, like, so much fucking gas. Because it's only, like, a 3.5 hour drive, but, like...
It's still a 3.5 hour drive.
It's, like, 7 hours there and back, so it's, like...
Yeah, and you would go for, like, a weekend.
Yeah, I'd go for, like, 2 days. Like, my car was probably fucking struggling.
Yeah, poor Becky. Becky with the big booty was going through it. Which
Yeah,
I feel like you don't really even have do you have, like, a home in Maryland? Because I feel like sometimes when they talk it up, we're like, you're literally homeless.
Yeah, I just be bouncing back and forth from, like, my sister's house to my mom's house to Bree's house.
Do you have a bed, like, at your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay, and your sister's house you have a bed?
I have a couch.
Okay, so, and your sister's house where you stayed the most, right?
Yeah, except when I'm working, like, this break, I was mostly staying at my mom's because I live, like, 15 minutes from my work when I'm at my mom's. But then whenever I have off, I usually stay with my sister because I never see them. Because they live, like
45 minutes away.
Yeah, they live, like, way up
I
past
thought they were
Baltimore.
gonna give you their, like, master bedroom or something.
They did, but then over the summer, I would only stay there, like, 2 days a week. So they were like, well, we're just gonna take our bedroom back. Like,
well, why can't you live in the basement then? Or wherever they were gonna live?
It's scary down there.
Oh my god.
It's scary as fuck down there.
Okay, well, if you're
Like,
choosing
but...
if you're choosing to live on the couch, then I can't feel bad for you.
No, it's, like, my own... Like, they always say that. They're like, we can, like, help you set up the room, like, in the basement. I'm like, no, it's okay.
Maybe we just need to put some sage down there. You'll be fine.
Just, like, maybe, like, a bulldog. Just, like, a protection
okay, stick a bulldog in the basement.
Bulldog, just
casually in the basement for you.
Dog. Because they're literally, like, the way that their basement is set up, it's, like, half underground, half not. So there's, like, a sliding glass door with, like, it's, like, this little patio and then steps, like, it's, like, you go down into the ground to get to the door. And I just imagine when I, like, waking up and just, like, it's, like, pitch black and you just, like, see, like, a long-ass fingernail.
Okay,
like,
because... Don't even say that shit because we're in the basement Stop. We're in the basement right now, and I hate living in the fucking basement. It's so creepy. And I have a back door in the basement. And my basement's fully underground. It's fully furnished. But I have a back door here. And and it's black and the light is out. And I'm always scared that there's just a person staring at me. And I can't
see them.
Yeah, and I can't see them. So I keep a baseball bat. I don't know why I keep it by the door. I should probably keep it by my bed. But I keep I should keep a baseball bat by my door. So if anybody tries to come in, I'm gonna start swinging because I've watched too many true crime documentaries. I refuse to go down like that.
No, yeah.
Like, Bree Fish will not go down by some serial killer staring outside my house. But I also, maybe I shouldn't be saying this on a podcast because there could be serial killers listening, but I'd be walking around naked in my basement, and because there's nobody else fucking down here, and I'm always scared that, like, there's just someone staring, like, out the door, like, looking at me. I'm like, ew. Okay, like, tag me in the photos, at least I want some credit.
Right, like, if you're taking pictures of me, at least tag me.
But, yeah, it's, like, my biggest fear ever. But also, like, I should know what I was gonna say.
Probably, like, sharks, too. Sharks are really scary. But she, like,
shark is gonna pull up in the basement.
You literally do, like, open water swims, like, in the ocean.
Yeah, everyone always asks me, like, if I get scared of sharks, and I literally don't, which is so funny. Like, literally,
that's so brave.
Thanks. The last open water swim I did in St. Croix, me and my friends literally watched Jaws the night before my open water swim, and I still wasn't scared. And I think it's really because, there's, like, so many people doing the open water swim, and there's so many, like, boats and kayaks around that, like, follow all the swimmers. Like, the sharks are probably gonna get scared because it's, like, such a huge crowd of people. I feel like sharks get, like, deterred when there's, like sharks only attack... most animals only attack when they're, like, threatened or frightened or scared. And I feel like sharks aren't just gonna, like, randomly come up to you when there's all these boats and, like, people kicking up all this water. So I'm not scared.
I don't know. I just have PTSD. I've never been bit by a shark, but I have PTSD from my first time watching Jaws. Like, just that scene where, like, it's just, like, from under her legs. And
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Especially, like, water where you can't
like
see
Soul
to the
Surfer.
And literally, you just, like, see it coming
well,
up to your arm.
the longer the swims I do, the more I can't see the bottom of the water because I swim so deep. But, like, I just assume, like,
No.
if I get my arm bit off by a shark, I'll just be Bethany Hamilton, and she's rich as fuck. Because she makes so much money, she profits off of it. Like,
I would if I got my arm bit off by a shark, I would just start crying and just start drowning. Like,
okay,
I
well,
would give up.
that's the nice thing about the boats being in the area, is they could just get me out.
True.
So I'm not actually really, I've never been scared. And also, like,
I'm always scared.
And my friends saw sharks in St. Croix, but they were like, sand sharks or something. They were like not the threatening kind. Like, they weren't great whites or some shit. Like, great whites are mainly in colder water. Like, the most
like Ocean City.
Yeah.
No, literally anytime I go to Ocean City, like, wait, I went over the summer with my cousin Braylon. We were like hopping waves. Oh my, I felt something hit my leg. It was probably literally like a fucking fish. I got the fuck out of the water so fucking fast.
That's funny.
And I didn't get back in. No, I did not.
No, but I want to go swimming with sharks. Like, I feel like it'd be fun.
You got it. You got it. Have fun.
Like, in that cage, like that movie 37 Meters Down or something. That'd be me.
Ew.
And I'm convinced I would survive. Let me see what time it is. How much?
No, I actually couldn't.
Okay, we still have some time left if you want to talk about anything else. We've been talking about so much. Okay, let's transition back to college some more.
Yeah.
Kind of back to, like, going to Maryland. So, like, if there was anybody listening right now, what would you say are, like, the pros and cons of staying home for college or also leaving?
Well, I feel like staying home is, like, you obviously save money because you have, like, in-state tuition. But, like, that's a problem for later on.
Yeah.
But I feel like the pros, I mean, what's another pro? Like, to staying or to going?
For staying. We'll do staying first. Like, what's another pro of staying? Like, you get to be, I feel like a lot of kids from your high school will probably go in-state too. So you, like, know more people.
Yeah, like, you get to keep, like, those bonds, like, with people you met in high school. But also, it's, like, it depends. Okay, I need to stick to the pros. I feel like a con is, like, you don't get to, like, I don't even know, because I think this is, like, the same way that you felt. Like, I wanted to go out of state for school, because I feel like if I didn't leave Maryland for college, like, I never would.
Yep, that's exactly how I felt.
I know, like, a lot of people, like, if you go to school, like, you go to high school, you go to middle school, you go to elementary school in the same state. If you choose to go to college in the same state, like, I just feel like for me, like, I wouldn't have the intention after I'm already graduated college and have, like, a job lined up. Like, my intention would not be to leave Maryland when I've literally been here my entire life for the most part. So it's like,
yeah,
I feel like that's a con, because then I feel like you're, like,
which some people are fine with. Like, some people don't get that feeling of trapped. Like, some people, like, think it's, like, comfortable and more secure to, like, just stay, like, where their parents are, where their friends are. But for me, like, I felt trapped living in Maryland for, like, through high school. I would have felt so trapped if I, like, stayed
chose
there.
to stay here for college. Like, I actually couldn't.
Yeah, like, that's kind of why I think I forced myself to move so far away, because I was like, I literally cannot go back. Like, I just was like, gotta rip off that Band-Aid. But I kind of wish sometimes that I, like, had chosen to go out of state, but at least a little bit closer, like you had, so that I could have, like, gone home, because there were definitely some times, like, my freshman year, because I had such a hard time transitioning, that I, like, just wanted to go home. Like, I literally just wanted to go home. Can't. But I literally couldn't, so I just had to, like, suck it up and, like, cry on the phone to my parents, being like, I just want to come home. And I got sick so much my freshman year. Because,
me too. Yeah, I literally think it's the dorm.
Yeah, it was, like, a ridiculous amount of sickness, and I just, like, the last thing I wanted to do was be in my dorm, and it would have been so nice to go home. So I think that's a pro of, like, staying, like, close to home, is because
you get to, like, see your family whenever.
Yeah, because
which is good.
Yeah, because I was going through some shit like freshman year.
For real.
Like, we all know, Bree Fish was not slaying the first semester freshman year.
No, yeah, and also breaking, like, college myths. Like, you're not, like, your freshman year is not gonna be perfect. Like, people can literally make it seem so fucking fun, but you're gonna miss your family. Like, you're gonna be sad, and that's so valid. Because I was and I know Bree was, like, that shit is so depressing, especially when you, like, leave the state, even if you don't leave the state. Because, like, we live, like, near Baltimore, but say, even if we went to, like, Salisbury, like, that's still, like, across the bridge. Like, it's still, like, distant, so it's, like, you can't see your family whenever you want. So it's, like, There's that too.
Yeah, like you can stay in state but still go far enough where you feel like you're far enough. And honestly, like I've talked to people before, like my old swim coach, he swam at the school that was like maybe 40 minutes from where I live, but he told me that he like never went home. Like even though he went to school 45 minutes away, he just chose not to go home. So like you could do that. Like even if you go to school close to home, if you just actively choose to not go home, then it's kind of like you're getting the same experience.
Yeah. You
But
have more freedom.
Right. But you're also still with people you know. And like for me, like you were talking about like keeping the bonds from high school. I didn't have any fucking bonds.
No, me
So I
neither.
was like fully secure on leaving.
Friends in
Yeah,
high school.
literally, I mean I listed my friends that I'd be seeing over breaks and that's literally it.
That's all I
And
really
I
talked to.
Yeah, and I was really sad to like leave you, and that was about it. I know when I was going through shit my freshman year, I almost thought about transferring to Alexys college because I was like, I just need Alexys right now. I can't do this shit anymore.
No, literally.
I was about to pull up Penn State,
Period. Pull up.
and then I would have been pale and cold
and just getting snowed on.
and just getting snowed on.
Yeah.
But
It's really humbling. It's really humbling.
But I just think you should come to Miami.
Remember we used to talk about that my freshman year. I was like, oh my gosh, imagine I transferred.
I tried
like,
so hard. I tried so
like,
hard convincing you. But now I'm secure in the fact that like you're probably better where you are because now you have like your foundations Penn State. Like you have your
now
friends.
you have your like I feel like sophomore year is like so much different than freshman year. Like, freshman year you don't like you don't know anyone, like especially if you go out of state, like you literally don't know anyone in the state.
Didn't know anybody. I didn't know fucking anybody.
Right,
Nobody
like,
from my high school went to Miami.
Like literally, like you literally were the only
Yeah.
one. Like you don't know anyone. Like you have to meet people and like you kind of just have to like put yourself out there, which is kind of fucking scary. Because if you know me in high school, pretend you didn't. But like if you do, like you know, I'm like not an outgoing person, like literally at all. Like unless you're like Bree fucking Fish or like one of my other friends. Like I'm not an outgoing person, so like making friends freshman year, I was like, I'm gonna like die. Like I have no friends. Like I'm such a loser. Like I don't know anyone. And now I have like 3 friends. So it's like
okay, you're getting up in life, this girl. No, now it's so funny because freshman year all I wanted to do was come home, and now all I want to do is not go home.
No,
like,
literally.
you
get like comfortable.
Yeah,
which is like good.
If it wasn't for like my family and like my 5 friends, I wouldn't be ever coming back to Maryland, like ever again.
Yeah, it's really humbling.
And it's so humbling seeing kids from high school because it's like I've been so good this break. I've avoided to see anyone out in public, and I've gone to Target twice, and I really thought both times I've been to Target I was gonna see somebody, and I've been so lucky. That's like my biggest fear.
In your house.
Well, that's good because you don't work like in our town.
True.
So that's
I
like
see people
easier.
Like my work friends.
Yeah, but
that's like a different category.
Nah, work friends is different. Yeah, because I be working, just not this break, but next break I be working.
Blue Angel will be back in business.
Yeah, my car Blue Angel. Tanner's pulling up, and we're whipping back to Maryland.
Back to MD.
Yeah, for the month, and then I'm going back to Miami. And I think Alexys is gonna pull up spring break.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you actually?
I want to.
Okay, well,
me and Bree are talking. Oh, by the way, like my best friend at school, her name is Bree as well. So anytime I'm like I'll be talking to my mom. I'm like, oh yeah, Bree. And she's like, oh, which one?
You gotta specify Bree Fish. I'm a first name, last name person, anyways.
True. Bree motherfucking Fish, or Bree motherfucking Hess.
Okay, period.
It kind of sounds the same.
I've never even met this Bree Hess.
I feel like you guys would get along.
I actually think we would. We had this conversation the other day.
Period.
Literally, when was the last time I saw you?
Summer. Oh.
No.
Oh.
This week. Wait, that wasn't yesterday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I fucking bitch. I saw you yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I saw you yesterday morning.
Oh yeah, because they were like, "Can you come in early?" I was like, "Eat an ass."
I literally saw you yesterday.
Period.
No, yesterday Alexys and I hung out, and we wanted our friend Tanner to hang out with us, but it was like in the morning, and Tanner fucking sleeps until 2 fucking p.m.
We just pulled up.
So we literally pull up to Tanner's house. We texted his friend for his garage code.
And she was just like, here you go.
She didn't even ask any questions.
No
She just
questions
gave it to us.
asked.
So we just put it into his garage code and literally walked into his house while he was sleeping and woke him up. Which, like, good thing he didn't call the police on us.
And he had a dildo on his wall. Like,
the fact that you just said that out of context is so funny. And he had a dildo.
he had a dildo just sticked on his wall.
Yeah, Tanner's interior design skills need a little bit of work.
He ate.
Oh.
And I thought he literally, he said, I like asked him, I was like, where did you get that? It was hot pink. It's a hot pink dildo just stuck on his wall. But even before I even talk about that, let's talk about how when I said, I was like, what if it falls off? And he was like, it has before, like, I'll be sleeping and it'll just smack me in the face. Like, it'll just fall off the wall and just
so
smack me in
Tanner,
the
like,
face.
he has his dildo and he literally sticks it to his wall
Just
with the
right here.
suction above his bed. So we're like, Tanner, doesn't, like, the suction, like, fall off and, like, hit you in the face? He's like, yeah, that's why I'm sleeping.
Yeah, all the time.
So his mouth is supposed to be open. And like,
then
a
he just
dildo.
starts gagging. Like, okay.
And he just starts gagging on a dildo. That's so funny.
Like, how?
And then tell a story about how he got this dildo.
Oh, yeah, he literally said, like, when he was in Miami, someone just stuck it to his car.
Well, he said it was his friend, but before when we first asked him, he was like, "Oh, someone just stuck it to my car," and so we just saw some random ass person put this dildo on his car, and now he has it in his room. But then we were like, "Can you please specify?" And then he said it was his friend. But it was funny because at first we just thought it was a random ass person,
and I was like, "Is it used? Like, has it fallen in your mouth before? Like, what? I need some more context, I think."
And he just didn't give it. Oh, we were supposed to go, Tanner. This is a PSA to Tanner motherfucking Couts. I never actually known to pronounce his last name.
Couts?
Couts?
No.
We were supposed to go out tonight in this club in DC, and it was literally Tanner's idea to take us to this club.
He literally invited us,
and then literally, it was like a couple hours before we were supposed to leave, but he texted us, he said, I've been working out in the cold, because he works at a Christmas tree farm. Alexa, play Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift, but he works at a Christmas tree farm.
No copyright.
Yeah, period. And I don't even have an Alexa. I don't know why I said that. But he was like, it's too cold and I'm tired, so we're not going to go out now. Bitch, it was your fucking idea for us to go out, and now he canceled us.
I left work early.
I picked out a cute outfit with one of Alexis's tops. It was a purple tank top. Purple. I look good in purple.
From Shane.
And he canceled on us. So now here we are, because we were supposed to go out and be like young in DC. And now here we are.
And now we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. And now Tanner's asleep with his fucking dildo hanging above him on the fucking wall.
And it's gonna smack him in the lip. He's gonna have a black eye.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit him in the eye and he's gonna have a black eye from pink dildo.
But anyways. Okay, girl, so but I guess we'll probably go ahead and this is actually the most chaotic podcast episode I've ever had. But that's just what you get when you hang out with Bree and Alexys Hart.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like we're the most chaotic duo. Like, people
are concerned.
People told me before that they like to hang out with us separately because us together is like too much for them to handle.
I actually believe that.
And I agree with that, but I actually like, okay, real time right now. Real time. Okay, you're actually like one of my bestest friends ever. Stop! And I actually feel like I'm literally not myself unless I'm with you. And that's why I was like actually willing to move to fucking Pennsylvania. Because I actually love you so much. And like, you're actually like one of my favorite people ever in this entire world. Actually, ever. Should we hug? Yeah. Okay, but thank you so much, Alexys Hart, for joining me on this podcast episode. I don't really have like an outro, I guess, but like, just like, do you have any like words of wisdom for the audience before we say goodbye?
Like, don't do drugs.
Period.
Don't drink.
Period.
If you're going to a club, always wear loose pants. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know. You never know what song is gonna play. You never know.
And always remember that hot girls can't fucking drive.
Period.
Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Bye.